What's up guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this zipline target. I've been using a target like this for, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years now, and it's one of the most funnest targets I got. I shoot it a lot, and I used to have just a regular, single pulley target with a ball, just going from right to left, but I decided to switch things up and make it so I could hang different stuff, like this disc right here. It's connected by magnets on the bottom. If you haven't seen the video on how to make these, I'll link it at the end of this video. Very easy, very fun to shoot, and you can also throw it up. It's real windy today. You can also throw it up and shoot it. That's the main reason why I built these. I got that hooked on magnets. All right, what I got here is probably around 30 foot of cable. This is a covered cable. Less friction for the pulleys, so it'd go faster. I have eye bolts hooked into the tree. I got one lower, one higher. It depends on which way you want it to go. If you want it to go right to left, you want the right one higher than the left one, common sense kind of deal. Vice versa if you want it to go left to right. I got these tied on. I'm kind of tongue twisted, but you know what I'm talking about. You can find these at, most of your hardware stores. Just helps the line. Well, you can tighten it to keep the line as tight as you can have it, or as loose as you can have it. As far as pulleys, I tend to go with the bigger pulleys. Have a lot less friction to it. Helps it go a little bit faster. Now, you don't have to use this type of target. You could have a single pulley, and what I used to do is connect it to this Reinhardt archery ball, and it's super durable. I'm probably gonna use this most of the time, but pretty heavy, real nice for a zip line to make it go as fast as you can make it go. But I wanted to use this in trick shot videos, and hitting the ball is cool, but hitting a disc or a balloon, it makes it a little bit more dramatic. So you're gonna have some weight. So I put this big wooden block here. This is a 6x6, probably 2 foot long, and I just got this hooked up there to add weight so we can make it slide without a lot of weight in the bottom. Because eventually I'm going to put balloons and all kinds of stuff down here for a future trick shot video. I got 2 pulleys up here. I got it attached to hooks where I could easily take it off and put it back on. It makes it real easy when you're setting the zip line up. I do have a line, extra line with a little carabiner attached to it, so I don't have to come back here and reset my zip line. I can sit back at 20 yards and pull the zip line and let it go and be able to work it all by myself. I'm going to show you the pulley system, what I have to pull back from 20 yards real quick, and I'm going to show you how this thing works. So I'll be able to pull the line by myself and be able to shoot without anybody here. I attach this line. This particular one, I got 3 pulleys, one right next to the line, that's your important one, and then the second most important one is where you're at. Luckily this tree is right about 25 yards, so I can step a little bit forward and get around a 20-yard shot. I got a 3rd pulley on here in the middle just to reduce the rope going and touching the ground. Sometimes that happens. On my other one, I don't know if I told y'all yet, but I got another one going from left to right. So you could do it on the same tree, but it's that's why I originally had it. But I figured, instead of, taking the line down, then setting it up for another one, I could just have 2 different ones. And so I don't have to, loosen up the line and, rearrange it and everything. So it's both of them ready to go. So got on these 3 pulleys. So what I do, I could just take this. And it's not really that hard. Once you take the line, you'll step on it, and that will stop it. And you take your bow, draw back, take your foot off the line, and there goes your zip line. That's really fast, super fast. A little bit faster than I want it to be. But I got it where it stops just a bit shorter with the rope and the pulley, just so it won't tear up that front pulley so bad when it just hits that line. Because there's not much friction there. It's not going uphill any. And you need a little bit of slack in the line so it can slow down a little bit, but it's a lot of trial and error. As far as how steep you need the line to be. I'm using different size cables here. This is a better angle than my left to right pulley, which I got that on an even steeper deal right there. Another thing to consider here, the way I have this line is the pulley closest to me is going to be the highest. All right, I got 3 pulleys here, so this one right here for 25 yards is going to be higher than the one at the actual line, just so it reduces friction and it's kind of like a downhill motion with the string. So I know it's windy, I know my neighbor's cutting grass, and the audio probably sucks, but we're gonna, it's time to do some shooting. So what we're gonna do, get ready. You know, with moving targets, you wanna go with the target. You don't wanna aim at a certain spot and shoot, and hopefully the timing's right where it hits the target. It does work like that, but you tend to hit more targets if you follow with the target. Same thing with the flying targets. Whenever I shoot stuff out of the air, you know, I follow through and then, you know, draw and swing. So what you want to do, you want to let go, analyze your target, figure out the speed, you know, do all that kind of geometry. That's all in your head. So we're going to let go, see what happens. That's a dead target right there, buddy. Now it's time to go retrieve my arrow and put it back on the target so it's ready for another shot. All right, so this is my left to right target. This is a new target for me. My old zip line only went from right to left. So kind of a learning curve for me. It's kind of nice. I want to be able to shoot good, just as good from left to right, from right to left. So I made this one. This tree's exactly 19 yards. I know it's squeaky. Some old pulleys here. But same ordeal, built the same. A little bit of a steeper angle. It's kind of a trial and error thing. But you gotta learn your angle to kind of figure out what kind of speed you want. So I got my foot on the line. Now I'll take my foot off. You know, make sure you get your arrow nocked. And one important thing to know is, luckily I have a natural backstop. Now it's important to have a backstop or you're going to lose a bunch of arrows and possibly harm someone. So make sure you have a good backstop or like a target to stop your arrows. A lot of times you figure it out, like a sweet spot you want to shoot, and you kind of put a target right there if you want to. That's what I typically do with my compound. I do not shoot it into the ground. So still got my foot on the line. Get ready, let go, let it rip. Now you're going to follow the target, then shoot. And that's shooting a target from left to right. All right guys, you know I can't walk away from this without doing a trick shot. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. I've been typically doing, you know, a lot of stuff with my hands, you know, behind the back, shooting regular, you know, whatnot. So say I figured I'll shoot it with my feet. So let's see how that works out. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is get my line. Take it about right here. Sit on this nice patch of briars. Get my bow kind of half set up. All right. Now the hard thing about this is going to be hard to follow the target with your feet. I already look as pretty ridiculous right now. Got a little bit of mud on my shoes, but we're going to try it out. This is called the feet shot. There we go. That was just a little, it didn't stick. It bounced off of it, so I feel like we need a redo. All right, this is the foot shot. There you have it, folks. I'm gonna show y'all some proof real quick. I got this big old tripod today. I know I'm feeling it. So yeah, I hit it. It's not a big bullseye. But there you go. So yeah, it's awesome. So after you get done shooting it, you just get your air out of it, put it back up with a magnet again. There you go. So if you like the video, please like the video. Try to subscribe to me. You don't typically have to. I'm not making you do anything, trust me, but it'd be nice. So stay tuned. I'll make some more videos, and eventually later on this year I'm gonna make a big trick shot video. It's gonna be using the zip line, it's gonna be using clays, all kinds of stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. Later on in the year, I'll post a date when I'm gonna release it. We just got to get some good days to start filming. Groundbreaking Multimedia is going to join up with me. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool video coming up. So I know it's windy, I know the audio sucks, but go out there, build you a zip line, shoot it, and post on YouTube. Look like an idiot like me. So I'll see y'all later.